I'm Kirsten, the problem solving teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. If you like my videos, please remember to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave some comments, let me know what you're thinking. It helps other people on YouTube find the videos when you do all of that. All right, today we are going to be talking about my Instagram strategy for Teachers Pay Teachers. So, unlike some people, I am not a natural at Instagram. I use it for sharing, adventures that my family takes with my friends and family, and to share pictures of my son with our family that lives all over the United States. But it doesn't come naturally to me. So I kind of came up with a plan for Instagram a few months back, but that kind of worked. It kind of helped me out a little bit, but I'm not consistent. So I'm going to tell you what my plan was. For posting on Sundays, I did a Beat the Sunday Scary series. So I want to use my Instagram to add a lot of value to my customers. So I'm trying to not just pitch my products all the time. So, and this was just for posting. Stories, that's a whole nother story. Beat the Sunday Scaries, it was all about like things you could do to be proactive and prepared for Monday morning, because it's kind of sad when it's Sunday and you're like, oh, tomorrow. So I have a whole year's worth of series of like little things you can do that can maybe make Monday and the rest of the week easier. Mondays, I did a Monday motivation quote, because who doesn't need a little motivation? When, as a gymnastics coach, one of the sports psychologists had been very specific in saying that you cannot motivate somebody else. You can't. However, you can try to provide inspiration. And quotes is a great way to do that, because if somebody is looking for just a little inspiration to get them going, a quote can really inspire them. And once they're kind of feeling that inspiration, it can motivate them, but you cannot instill motivation in somebody else to do something. So trying to give a little inspiration with my Monday motivation. Tuesdays, sometimes I would post a blog, sometimes I would post a product, but I wasn't consistent. I really wasn't consistent at all, because then people were like, well, you can't just post your products. You can't just post like your thumbnail cover. And, I let other people's voice get in my head. Wednesdays, I was trying to do a Wednesday win series. So again, I'm trying to, especially this past year, it's been a really negative year in the teaching world. And Wednesday wins, I thought, would provide a little bit of gratitude in the world. However, when I looked at some of my statistics and my data on Instagram, it was like the least interaction on any of my Instagram postings. Thursdays was the same as Tuesdays, a blog or a product, but I wasn't being consistent with it. Friday, I was doing a First Read Friday. I was sharing a book. Sometimes it was more, my niche is upper elementary, grades 4, 5, 6. And so some of the books were right in that niche. Some of them were just a little bit outside of it, but I think that even those upper elementary grades can get a lot from picture books. So sometimes I'd share a chapter book, sometimes I'd share a picture book. So it really kind of depended, but that actually did really well on Instagram. I got more interactions and views on that. Self-care Saturday. So a lot of people on Instagram, they're like, ooh, all the teachers are online on Saturdays. They have time to look at their Instagram, so I'm going to post products and try to sell really hard. But I really feel like teachers, when they're on Instagram on Saturdays, they do not want to be sold to. So I did Self-Care Saturday because I want teachers to really take Saturdays for themselves. So that was kind of my Instagram plan. And it was kind of working. I mean, it gave me something. I've been posting consistently for a while. I have a good number of posts up, but it was not helping my Instagram grow as much as I would like it to. All All right, so consistency was part of the problem. I have a 2-year-old, and when it came to like just trying to post organically and me remembering to post and him needing me and him seeing me on my phone and me trying to like create some kind of caption for it, it was just not working. So when I try not to be on my phone in front of him, because even though we don't do a lot with phones and screens, he still is like, I want the phone, I want to see pictures of me, I want to do this, I want to do that. So I try to just like put my phone aside, and when I'm doing something like checking the weather, I tell him, oh, I'm checking the weather to see what we can do. So I try not to be on my phone with him, and I try to give him my attention. And if I'm trying to post Instagram in front of him, like I'm gonna choose my 2-year-old. So here's my new plan. I kind of did it up all fancy. I created a nice little calendar for it. And this is kind of gonna be what I'm doing. So some of the things I kept, some of them I'm mixing up. Sundays, beat the Sunday scaries. I have it, that's what I'm gonna do. And I've actually created all of them, so they are like set and ready to go. I just need to like put them up. And that's one of the reasons why that's one of the things I was posting more consistently, because it was pretty much done. Mondays, Monday motivation, I'm gonna keep that. I like putting inspirational quotes out there. I think it's a great idea. Tuesdays, I'm gonna post one of my products. I'm gonna do one of my thumbnail covers that's kind of relevant. I'm gonna share those out with teachers. If people take a look at it, great. If they don't, that's fine. But I'm gonna kind of share what I'm doing with my store, because that's part of the point. Wednesdays, I'm gonna do a picture of me or my family. So I'm gonna kind of share something about what we're doing, because I want people to be able to get to know me a little bit. Thursdays is when I have my blog scheduled to come out. I'm being much more consistent about how I want to do that. So blog is going to come out, and what I do for my blog is I create a few thumbnails. I have a template, and I read my blog one more time. I look for a couple of things I want to quote. I highlight those in my blog draft in Google Docs, and then I just copy and paste it in. So it's actually a pretty easy graphic to create, because I have the template set. They're good to go. I have it in 2 different colors, a few different photos, and I can just send them out. And then Friday first reads was one of my more successful postings from before when I looked at some of the data. So I want to continue to do that because people liked those videos. And then Saturday, I'm going to continue to do Saturday self-care. Now those are for my posts. And if I miss a day, it's not a big deal. I'm trying to do every day for a post, but it's not a big deal if I don't do one. I do have a plan for Instagram stories, and I started this like a week ago. I have not successfully been consistent in it yet. What I've discovered is that if I do not have it in the scheduler, then it's really hard for me to do it. So stories, my plan is on Sundays, I'm going to share something related to Teachers Pay Teachers and my YouTube channel and just kind of what I'm doing with my business. On Mondays, I want to do something behind the scenes of my business again. So it could be like last week I was doing the TpT forward. I was starting to watch some of that. So I want to share something behind my business, even if it's like a screenshot of like what I'm doing on my computer or me sitting at my desk, something to do with my business or just my real life. It could be like the dishes stacked in my sink, or how like the temperature outside that we went for a walk, that I went for a run. Something that's like real life, either in my business or in my house. Tuesday is supposed to be a teacher tips. So, you know, I think what I really want to go with is executive functioning tips, because I've worked with executive functioning students a lot, and poetry tips on teaching poetry. But what I'm going to have to do, because I have trouble with the consistency piece, is I'm going to have to go through and do like a day of recording, a whole bunch, and then put them in my scheduler, because otherwise I just struggle to do it. Wednesdays, I want to share, it's probably going to be something kind of funny from gymnastics because I'm not currently in the classroom, but I am coaching gymnastics. So I might be sharing something that my gymnasts are learning that I'm teaching them, or just something funny that they said, because others outside my son, that those are the kids that I'm interacting with right now, and it's so funny to see them outside of school in the middle of summer and like just their perspective on the world. And then Thursdays, I want to share whatever book I'm reading. So some sort of book, podcast, some course I'm taking, something that can provide some inspiration for others. Fridays is Feet Up Friday. So we're gonna see a lot of times where my husband and I are doing stuff around the house pretty late on Fridays. So we're gonna try to do some Feet Up Fridays, especially when we go out on vacation. I think that will be good. And then Saturdays, it's gonna be in my stories, it's gonna be in me and my family. We usually try to devote Saturdays to being a family day where we can kind of hang out and just spend time together as a whole family. So I'll be sharing that in my stories. I want to get into Instagram Reels. I've watched videos on how to do it, but I need to like watch Reels, and it's weird that for my business I need to spend time sitting on Instagram watching Reels. But I thought that this was a pretty good start. And then I kind of came up with a further plan, like what do I need to do in order to actually get this up. So I just kind of came up with the same plan for each day. So I might be spending one day each weekend where I'm just like an hour scheduling Instagram, which is crazy. But to record anything that needs to be recorded, to upload it to later, which is the scheduling service I'm trying, write any copy and make sure the post is scheduled. And then so I just kind of did that up so that when I spend my day getting ready to do Instagram, I can just kind of be like, okay, did I do this? Because I like lists, I like checklists. So I was just like, okay, these are the things I need to do. Now I mentioned it already, but I am also, because consistency has been a huge issue for me, I am trying to schedule later. And later gives you 33 posts a month. And you don't have to give them a credit card or anything like that. You can just like try it out. And I really liked the layout of it. It shows me through small teeny thumbnails like what posts are going out when. You can schedule a time of day and you can write the copy and put the hashtags in, and it saves it. And then when you're ready to post, at the time that it tells you, it sends you a little notification on your phone. And with that notification, you just swipe it and it goes into later, and from there you just say, yep, I'm gonna post it now. And then it copies all of the text for you, all of the copy that you wrote earlier. It gets the graphics sent and set up. You choose, you still have some control over it. That's one of the things I like, is that you choose, are you going to post it as a story or as a post in your feed? You click it, and then when it is all set, you just paste. You hold down your thumb and you paste the copy in, and then you can say, yeah, I want to upload it to Facebook, I want to do this. So you still have control of the post, which I like. And it gives me a chance to make any last minute changes if I want. And then you post it. So I did that earlier today. It took me about, my son was playing. I was like, okay, we're gonna go get ready for nap in a minute. He was playing with his trucks. I went to put some dishes in the sink, and then I was like, oh, I have to post. My notification is there. And I swiped it and did all of those steps, and within a minute I had my post up. A post that maybe took me a few minutes to write out and like think of the hashtags and find the graph. It took me 30 seconds to actually post it. So it lets me plan ahead, but still be able to make changes last minute. So maybe I'll do a tutorial on later, but hopefully that my Instagram strategy, my new schedule, my new plan helps you out if you're trying to work on your Instagram also. And probably in a couple of months, I'll do another Instagram story for you guys here. Okay, let me know what you're doing on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll follow you back, and we can connect further. I hope that you have an awesome day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.